Hi everyone. Had a mishap on that first video, so let's try this again. Real quick, I would like to update you guys on a couple things. The job is going well. I picked up a second job where I work with TBI patients. One of my patients, he's hilarious. Like, he gives all the trouble in the world, but for whatever reason, he still likes me, so that's cool. We have a love-hate relationship. So he's awesome though. He's a sweetheart when he wants to be. But what I came on here to say is that eventually I will be going live for Twitter. A couple of my videos, as you know, have been live on Twitter, but like, I'm going to start going live for real, for real. So I made the big announcement on my lovely LinkedIn, where I normally don't post a lot of stuff on there. I normally post it on my Twitter account. And so when I posted it, it was very short and inspirating, I suppose. Inspirational, I'm sorry, is the right word to use. Where I just talk about life, my journey, as I am also applying for PA school. So, looking at Yale, Michigan, Western Michigan, a couple of other schools possibly, that I at least can try to get into. Another thing is that my job has been hiring for all types of stuff. They've also been making changes. They've updated things. Now, a year ago was really crazy when I first started, and now that I've settled into this job, it's okay for the time being, especially with me getting ready to apply for PA school. This job offers and gives their employees laptops, which of course I would still have to use like a thumb drive to like save information like papers and stuff like that and for studying purposes. But for the most part, like, I would be hopefully be able to do some of my classwork using the laptop until I get my laptop up and running, which I'm hoping to do that before the end of this year. Classes start January the 7th of next year, but if I'm not able to attend next year in the 2019 class, then there's the 2020 class, which is fine with me if I have to wait another year just to make sure that I have things in order. Update on my love life. Well, I ran back into one of my childhood like sweethearts, like, just was so in love with this person. It that we have decided to, just kind of take things slow and kind of get to know each other and learn our ways and, try to incorporate that. As well as this is my official first time really dating someone who has been married, gotten a divorce, and has kids. I have no problems with anyone having kids. I have no kids of my own. One day I hope to have some kids of my own, but as of right now, I don't have any kids. At 31, the time back in the day, I used to say the time is ticking to have some babies, but now it's just like, if it come, it come. If it don't, I'ma still be all right. But I do want to, start PA school, and, with this new blossoming relationship happening at the same time, is sometimes I get a little stressed out. Not so much about the relationship, but about other things like school, bills, trying to get this credit score up. Ugh, terrible. Credit score, that's another thing. Like, we definitely need to like work on educating ourselves on credit scores, how to use credit the right way. A lot of us sometimes get credit and then we don't realize that we only supposed to use a certain percent, like 29%, no more than 30% of a credit card's amount. So if you have a $2,500 credit card, you should only like use up to about $700 off that card. Maybe 725, 730 at the most, but nothing past that, because then you're over the limit of how much usage in the card, and then it maxes it out. We also need to learn about how to budget and how to save money. I just recently got out of a garnishment, which was the life of me. I had tried to pay these people, and then, then of course, job changed. Then my car was messing up. I didn't have the money to like send them payments. So then I get a job last year, and then they was like, "We about to take your money. Sorry, just want to let you know." I didn't even get a judgment to even go to court to even try to, negotiate an amount. So at the end of the day, it took 5 months to pay off about $2,000. I'm like, dang, I could have had my tuition paid off, but it's all good. Like I've been paying small payments on the tuition, on both tuitions actually. So as of right now, it's just more so just trying to get stuff caught up, paid off. Real talk, just get up out of debt. I guess my biggest lesson that I've learned over the course of the year or so is that you just cannot help everyone. I cannot stress that enough. Like you can talk blue in the face about how you cannot provide or help. But real talk, like you should really evaluate your own stuff before you start getting into other people's stuff and their problems and trying to solve their problems, because then that puts you behind. And then when you get behind, then nobody has your back, but you have everybody else's back, which is so ridiculous that people take for granted of other people. And because I'm a nice person, like it's just in my heart to help somebody. But so that's that. When it comes to the book that I had started writing, basically it's the story of my life in a simplified version of me, without making you cry and be all sad. Like, it's not a depressing book, but it shares the story of my journey as I was growing up, the type of relationships that I was able to build or was building while I was growing up, because I was in a home single home parent, a parent that was single, basically home. And she relied on her sister and a few friends of the family to help her with me, raising me. My father at the time was out of state, doing his thing, trying to get his health together. My mom was, working 2 and 3 jobs, not even sleeping. I don't even know how she did it, but as you can see, I'm a product of her, because I have 2 and 3 jobs, trying to hustle to get these bills and in order, and then to add a child into the equation is like, oh my God, not gonna happen. Um, and that's not me being selfish, just that I don't want to have my child suffering from stuff already that I have built up, and I don't have a handle on things. Um, and sometimes you have to do this to get where you need to be at. And it's very stressful when you have goals that end up being set aside and put on pause. It's almost like you put life on pause when you have family problems occur, when you have a life crisis with bills happen. I'm gonna talk about, maybe possibly ownership and owning a home, as well as how to take care of a home. When you start to look at people who you want to be in your life, how they can help you as you help them, You don't want to find somebody who's a user and literally just that's all they want to do is just use and use and use. And then when you have no more to give, then they don't want to talk to you. And then people who wants to keep continuously harass you after you done told them you are good. Like, you just have to learn to just ignore them and keep moving. Because if you don't, they will try to steal your joy away. They will try to mess your day up. They'll try to talk to you crazy for no reason. You definitely have to get that out of your system. Then you have, your exes and they families and they drama and everything else that comes with it. So be mindful of that. But again, I just want to touch bases that life is starting to turn around again. Probably the third, fourth time that I've done had some life changes and turnarounds and ups and downs, breakups and more breakups, and then new relationships starting, and then new jobs happening, and old jobs being lost, moved on from. So, it's a lot of stuff that has happened in my life that will be included in that book that I've been off and on writing about. And then I think that's about it. I'm going to try to do my videos about 5 to 10 minutes. This video, of course, is just kind of saying hey and touching bases with everybody and just keeping it real. Life is a struggle, so we have to be mindful and stay prayerful at all times. And when you get stressed out, remember to just pray. Jesus got your back. Until next time, I will talk to you all later. You can also start looking for me on Periscope. I will be eventually going live, so looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm ready for you guys to actually see, my journey as it unfolds, and hopefully, you never know, I might end up being a missus. Who knows? But for right now, I just want to be a doctor. So until next time, y'all be good. Have a safe holiday. Happy Memorial. Thank you all who serve our country. Just y'all are blessings upon blessings. Continue to keep us safe and try to stay safe as well out there fighting for our country. And just, continue to stay prayed up. And until next time, y'all be good.